Coleslaw here, Gourmet Next Door. Happy Friday, it's weekend. And for tonight, I'm gonna be making myself some delicious fish tacos. Who doesn't love tacos? You can do different fillings, you can have lots of colors, flavor explosion. I mean, honestly, I'm just drooling thinking about it. So I think I'm gonna be drooling soon and you're gonna see this thing running down my cheek. So without further ado, let's get cooking. Let me walk you through my ingredients. Since we're making fish tacos, I'm using cod this time. I marinated this about 15 minutes ago. I'm gonna tell you all about that. And then every taco needs a crunchy top. So I'm gonna be using some ready coleslaw. I have some mayonnaise. I got some sriracha for a little spice. And then I'm gonna be using lime, jalapeno, fresh jalapeno, and of course a red onion or a shallot will give it another depth of flavor. I'm gonna be using the parsley and the avocado on top as well. And then as usual you need tortillas, so I'm actually gonna be using some corn tortillas. It's gonna be so delicious. And going along with my fish tacos tonight, I'm gonna be having a glass of Rioja. Andiamo! Oh my God, I have to remember the Spanish version of Andiamo. Spanish version of Andiamo. Vamos! All right, I'm a girl that knows her priorities really well. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna open up my wine bottle so it has time to breathe. And by the time the tacos are cooked, the wine is gonna be deliciously ready for drinking. Guys, isn't there something about Latin music? It just puts you in a great mood, honestly. I love the Latinos so much. I told you, I'm convinced I'm Latina. It's somewhere in the family. I gotta figure it out. Okay guys, so I'm gonna start first explaining the marinade for the cod. So cod is a nice flaky fish. It's a white fish. You could also try this with salmon. So usually fish tacos are done with a deep, heavy fry, and that's why they're so damn good. But I'm trying to go healthier with this recipe. So I marinated my cod, and I'm basically gonna pan fry it. But before we move on, let me tell you about this delicious and super simple marinade. So I basically flaked the cod already. You can leave it whole, it's okay. But my fish was so fresh, it was already flaky. I added some olive oil, little lime juice, probably quarter of a lime. You don't want to put too much, otherwise it will cook the fish. And then I added two special seasonings. So the first one is smoked paprika. Love this. It's purely a delicious ingredient. And then I also added some taco seasoning. Guess what? We're making fish tacos. So I marinated the fish, I stirred it really well, closed it, and I put it in the fridge. So now the next priority on our list is actually the coleslaw mixture. So first I want to get a couple of things ready before I make the coleslaw. So the first one is I'm gonna chop up my shallots. You can use a red onion, you can use a regular white onion, yellow onion, whatever you want here. It's just we want a bit of sharp taste. Have you been to my YouTube channel yet? Gourmet Next Door is now on YouTube, so check it out and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any awesome recipes or entertainment. So first we're gonna go ahead and chop the shallot in a small dice. Yeah, you don't want to cut and dance at the same time. I don't recommend that. Just for the record. I want these miniature squares. Wow, that is a fiercely aggressive shallot. Oh! Now let's move on to the fresh jalapeno pepper. If you don't have jalapenos, you can use chilies, but you know, some sort of a fresh pepper always amps the flavor. So I'm gonna thinly slice some jalapenos. I love spicy food, so I'm gonna leave the jalapenos as they are. But if you're really sensitive, you can just remove the seeds and it's gonna cut down the spice somewhat. Guys, then we're gonna move on to the coleslaw. So, first thing I'm gonna do is cut this lime. And I'm going to use half of the lime juice here. It's gonna keep things really nice and tangy and fresh. This is a bit gangster style. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of mayonnaise. Now you can add sour cream or Greek yogurt to cut the fat, but to be honest, I like a little mayo in my coleslaw mix. So it's about a tablespoon of mayonnaise. And then for a little more heat, I'm gonna add some sriracha. Sriracha is beautiful because it's like spicy, but it's also sweet, so it kind of balances everything. So let's give this a mix to fully emulsify the fat with the acid. Now into this, let's go ahead and add our coleslaw. So this is ready to go, it's already washed. Cabbage can be tough, so we're adding some of those things so it actually kind of breaks down the cabbage. And then I'm gonna add my shallots and my jalapenos. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of the lime as well. So we're gonna add 1 lime juice into this because I like things really puckery, sour, tangy. Let's go ahead and mix our coleslaw. We have enough liquid here to coat everything we put in this beautiful mixture. A good cook always tastes their food, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a little taste. It's super good. It just needs a little bit of salt. Let's add a little bit of salt. Now I'm gonna double dip because I'm the only one here, so nobody cares. That's all right. Obviously, if you're cooking for other people, don't do that. Super good. Our coleslaw is ready. I'm gonna park this now. And we're gonna move on to cooking the fish and assembling our tacos. And we're almost there. Now let's move on to making our fish. So our beautiful cod is here. It's come to room temperature. Now I'm gonna get my pan hot. Once the pan is warm, I'm going to put the fish. We're gonna cook it until it's flaky and delicious and it has this blackened little crust on the outside. Guys, in the meantime, of course, you need to warm your tortillas. So you could do it in the oven, but I'm actually gonna do it on my pan here. So, and the pan size is perfect. So I'm actually gonna get this on as well. You want this on medium heat. Never put your tortillas on high heat, they will burn. So I'm probably gonna make myself a good 3 tacos. And what I do with my corn tortillas, because I don't eat them often, I basically put it in a Ziploc bag like this. It's a great trick to keep them fresh. And you wanna make sure you take out all the air. And then you stick it in the fridge. The pan is warm, so I'm going to go ahead and add my fish now. The thing with taco is you want to make sure you get everything in every bite, right? So you don't want big pieces floating around because then it's going to be not the same experience. So I'm going to go ahead and put my first taco shell. Keep an eye on these tortillas, they burn really quickly. So don't be like floating around, drinking wine, and then, oh my God, the tacos are burning. Don't do that. So now, let's go ahead and chop our beautiful parsley. You could use cilantro. I don't like cilantro, so I'm gonna go with parsley. Lots of people tell me, how do you cook for yourself? Like, it's not fun. And to be honest, my message to everyone out there is you should cook for yourself. This is the most important person you can ever cook for, so do it. It's gonna give you so much pleasure, I promise you. Food is a way of taking care of yourself, remember. Little TLC. Beautiful. The parsley is done. Let's give these cod pieces a little tipsy and turny. Now I want this water to evaporate. There's lime juice in this, remember? So I want it to evaporate so we get this nice crust. I'm just turning my little tortilla here. I think this is a perfect occasion to pour myself a glass of wine. What do you think? You want to join me? Cheers to all of you. Have a lovely, super amazing weekend. There's nothing better than cooking for yourself, having a glass of wine, and really absolutely being grateful for this moment, this very exact moment. Tortillas curling up. That's always a good sign that it is actually getting nice and warm. Now a good trick to keep tortillas warm is you put them in aluminum foil. So that's what I'm gonna do. So we got our aluminum foil ready here. My fish is sizzling. The fish is cooked. I don't want to overcook it, so I'm gonna remove it from my pan. Oh, so good. Lots of flavors. Can you see the bit there? That's really crusty. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, this tortilla is done. So I'm gonna move it and let's go on to our next one. So let's wrap this little guy here. So if you're hosting people, you can do this in advance and then you can just store them here, or you can just stick it in the oven, keep the temperature super low so they are really nice and warm for your guests. I'm gonna use this beautiful platter. I always believe in putting your food in just gorgeous plates. It just makes you eat the food. It's just super nice presentation. Let's go ahead and give our little avocado a cut here. So I'm gonna just, I think, sprinkle it on top. Look at how gorgeous this one is. Woo! Guys, I just want to show you because I couldn't show you the avocado before. So I just cubed the avocado. My parsley is ready to go. I'm gonna keep this for tomorrow. Just a little trick, you want to put some lime juice all over the avocado. If you're gonna save it for tomorrow, do that. Otherwise, you're gonna have a dark looking thing, which is not really pleasant. Okay, let's go ahead and throw our... Ooh, this is nice and toasty. You guys can see it. Now, I prefer corn tortillas. I think they have a lot more flavor, but do flour tortillas as well. Guys, I'm gonna start assembling my tacos because I'm super hungry. So, there's the first one. Woo! So the first thing I'm gonna put is some of my beautiful cod. Do the same. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my coleslaw. Lots of texture, lots of flavor. Tacos are messy food, guys. I'm sorry, you can't eat this with a knife and fork. Now I'm gonna go ahead and garnish. Little parsley. So I'm just gonna put a couple of avocados. We're approaching the finish line. So exciting. Guys, the tacos are done. I'm just gonna finish it with a sprinkle of salt. It's amazing what a little salt does. Not too much, just a little bit, because it's gonna bring everything together. Oh my goodness, here we have it. These are my super delicious fish tacos. Bon appetit, everyone. Okay, I'm ready for the messy moment in front of the camera. You guys ready? Let me do this first. All right, I'm gonna grab one of these babies. Oh man, I always overfill my tacos. All right, bon appetit. It's so delicious, I can't explain it. It's spicy, it's tangy, it's sweet. There's lots going on. That fish is cooked perfectly. What a great way to welcome the weekend. What a great way to take care of yourself. Have a lovely weekend, people. See you next time on Gourmet Next Door. Thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao. I gotta go back to eating.